Anyway, so I try to be as practical as possible, despite being a philosopher by background, trying to sketch a few ways in which we could keep the richness of contemplative traditions, for instance, the Buddhist one, and then meet also the actual needs we have in the conditions we are in, with attention economy and all these issues. So in between the academic endeavors and places where contemplative practices are kept alive, because this is somehow the dimension where I've been working in the last few years. So I think that I will try to leave my theoretical approach in the background. Maybe we can discuss on that further on. I will try to sketch the ways in which, as a research center, we are trying to go further, to move a few steps, take a few steps into these directions, concretely speaking. So I think Buddhist studies and Buddhist contemplative traditions have to open up to the new issues we have to face. So we think also contemplative research, contemplative studies could be a new emerging field where to study meditation, attention, and the multifaceted inner dimension and engaged also social dimension that the contemplative tradition offer to the world. So we established, for instance, a postgraduate program at the University of Padova in Italy in contemplative studies. It's the first one in Europe, actually. So we are trying to establish a new, perhaps, wave of or a new branch of that field, which is more established in the States, for instance. And we are trying to, we also established a research flow with the Ottawa University and Padova University on the inner effects that this program could maybe elicit in the students. So in terms of time and space perception, perception, thank you, and interpersonal dynamics. So we're trying to contribute to the research field in bringing the richness of traditions and of the huge variety of practice we still have. So not only mindfulness or similar. So we would like, maybe I've just been thinking of that, to maybe address the topic of attention economy as a new somehow new spot in this 2-year curriculum of the program. Maybe we would also like to address that in connection with the European Buddhist Union, because we think that network is key. So we would like to actually maybe reflect on the attentional education programs to let people tap into the resources we can find in the contemplative traditions and the actual need we have to do so. Fostering metacognition, which I think is a key element going through all the different practices we can have, contemplative practices we can have. So this, from the point of view of contemplative studies, contemplative research, and this kind of emerging field, which I think has a huge potential. And then we are also trying to, and we would like to, and I would like to invite also other people to critically reflect on these issues. So, for instance, we started as a research center last November with a few people who are already here and we're also online today. We started an ongoing process, what we would like to be an ongoing process of reflection upon the issues we have connected to the societal changes, AI and so on. So also attention, of course, and related issues. So we gathered in person, and now there is a book project for Buddhist practitioners, maybe not only, but targeting Buddhist practitioners in conveying a few ideas or ways on how to approach these these issues actually from a Buddhist point of view, from a practitioner point of view. And we also tried to interview a few all the participants actually to that gathering, and we will come up with a documentary because we would like those ideas to circulate. So Buddhist idea to circulate not in a religious way, but in a way that also general audience could benefit from. And then also,
Can I ask you to?
Yeah.
Thank you.
30 seconds, thank you. We will also
mindful presentation.
On top of this critical reflection on these issues, we would like also to experiment with, let's say, contemplative technologies or maybe liberating technologies. The maybe it's too high as a label here, using metacognition and trying to foster metacognition in relation to lucid dreaming through apps or virtual reality and mixed reality, and then also using these kind of realities, so to speak, for an experiential learning of key concepts of Buddhist philosophy, meaning interdependent reality and compassion and so on. So we are trying also to foster those two projects. So I think that we might use contemplative technologies from the point of view of Buddhist practitioners or Buddhist scholars and so on.
Okay.
I'll stop here.
Thank you very much.